And now, welcome to 7 Questions with Emmy.
Hey guys, welcome back to 7 Questions with Emmy. Today I'm super excited to be talking with Abbie Stockard. She is the Crown Miss America 2025 and a nursing student at Auburn University, and she's also an advocate for children's health. And thank you so much for talking with me today.
You are welcome. Thanks for having me.
And then also, you're just very beautiful. You're just so pretty.
Oh my goodness, girl, so are you.
Thank you. So, what first got you interested into pageants?
Yeah, so I did not grow up competing in pageants. I have been a dancer ever since the age of 2, and all the way through college, that was always what I was really interested in. I became a member of the Tiger Paws dance team at Auburn, and so that kept me super busy. I grew up watching Miss America every year with my mom in the den, and we would do what everyone does and make our predictions every year. But I just never saw myself competing like those other girls. I used to think that if you wanted to perform well in the Miss America organization, you had to grow up competing in pageants because I felt like all of those girls knew exactly what to do. And I had no clue since I had no experience. But all of that changed my freshman year of college. Miss America is a scholarship organization. And so they help young women get scholarships to help pay off some of their college debt. And so when I went to Auburn my freshman year, I wanted to do the same thing because I have a twin brother who was also going to Auburn and into nursing school, just like me. And as you know, it can be very, very expensive, or you will know one day. And so I started competing to get some scholarship money. And after I won my first local and went to compete for Miss Alabama, I just fell in love with the organization and everything that it stood for. And I wanted to keep going. And so 3 years later, and here I am.
That's so cool. So can you tell me about like the experience of winning Miss America was like?
Girl, it was crazy because I never ever imagined that I would win Miss America. When I went there, we were there for almost 2 weeks. We had interviews, preliminaries. It was a lot. And I had been preparing for it the past five or so months ever since I won Miss Alabama. And I was just ready to go and have fun and enjoy it because you put so much work into something, you just want to finally do it. And all I wanted was to get into the top 11. And that was because if you got called into the top 11, everyone got to watch you compete in all of the phases of competition on stage all over again. And so I had all these people that came to watch me just the finals night. And so I wanted to get to do that for them. And so I was the last name called into the top 11. I was so nervous, but thank the Lord, my name was called. I got to do everything over again. I got called into the top 5. There were then 4 girls on stage, then 3, and then 2, and then it was just down to me and Miss Texas holding hands. And they announced my name as Alabama winning Miss America. And honestly, it is such a blur. All I remember is confetti is falling from the sky. I look out in the audience and my family is crying. I look behind me and all of the other contestants are chanting my name and then they come and bear hug me. It was an amazing moment, truly one that I wish I could live over and over again.
That's so amazing. So what does it mean to you to be beautiful?
Ah, well, I think that being beautiful is really an interior thing, and it matters that you're not just, beautiful on the outside, but on the inside as well. My faith is very strong, and I think that each and every one of us are, what the Bible says, fearfully and wonderfully made. And what makes someone beautiful is their heart. And that's something that I feel like I've gotten to show people this year as Miss America, that I'm not just a beauty queen. I'm someone with a good heart who wants to serve and love on others well. And I think that's what makes someone beautiful. Someone who's willing to give of themselves to others and serve others well and find causes that they're passionate about and speak out on matters that are important to them. Unfortunately, I think with social media, it's so easy to get caught up in people's physical looks, but what really matters is what's going on in the inside in their heart.
Yeah, everything you just described is like you. So it's
You're sweet. I can
thank
tell you're beautiful too, inside
oh,
and out.
thank you. Thank you so much. So how did you learn to grow your self-confidence when you were my age and as Miss America?
Yeah, so It may look like I am the most confident person, and I think everybody has their own insecurities, and sometimes I won't lie, I'm putting on a front. As Miss America, I've had to do some scary things, and I've had to kind of fake my confidence because some things have been really out of my comfort zone and things I've never had to do before. But I think I became more confident in myself by placing myself in different types of uncomfortable positions that allow me to grow. Um, I think being in the Miss America organization is how I really started to build my confidence and figure out what I'm passionate about. But also, I think as you continue to grow up, you start to learn more about what your gifts and your talents are and what the Lord has given, all the different gifts the Lord has given you and how you can use that for a specific purpose. And I think with that, you gain confidence. But I do think at the root of it, it's placing yourself in uncomfortable positions so that you can grow as a person and become your best self. And with that comes confidence.
So your advocacy work during your time as Miss America is children's health. And can you tell me some of the goals that you're currently working on?
Yes, so my goal is children's health, and that stemmed from my very best friend. Do you happen to know what cystic fibrosis is?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I met my very best friend when I was 9 years old. She has cystic fibrosis, and growing up, I saw really some of the scary effects that this disease took on her physical and her mental health. And that is when I learned just how valuable children's health is and the importance of creating these healthy habits at a young age so that you can live a long and fulfilling life. And, showing little kids that no matter what challenges they're going through, by taking care of their health, they're creating these habits that really will serve them for a lifetime. And so all of that sparked because of my best friend. So this year, a lot of the work that I've gotten to do is with the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, expanding awareness and fundraising participation and advocacy for this disease because there currently isn't a cure. But of course, not everyone relates to cystic fibrosis. And so that's why I get to tie it in to children's health as a whole. And I've had several opportunities where I've gotten to speak to large groups of kids around your age, and just tell them some specific ways that they can start taking care of their bodies every single day. And it's important little skills and habits that they're going to do when they're older. And so it's important to go ahead and learn it now, so that you got it locked in as you get older.
So to tie into that, I guess, what would you say that one thing that children my age can do to improve their health?
Okay, yeah, I'll give you the whole rundown, a little bit of what we talk about. So, the children's health is called High Five, and it's called High Five because the high part is an acronym to make it easy for kids to remember. So, these are 4 ways that you can prioritize your health. So, the H in high means healthy eating. So, specifically, that could be, making sure you're getting enough fruits and vegetables every single day. When your parents tell you, you got to eat the rest of those veggies, you got to listen to them. And then the I is increased activity. So it's very important that you're getting enough physical activity every single day. And that can be all kinds of different things, whether you're involved in a sport, going outside, going on a walk. The G is good sleep. So kids your age need to get at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night, which I've made that same goal for myself because I feel so much better when I get a good night's sleep. And then the last thing is another H, and that is hydration. So telling kids your age, while you might like your good sweet drink or your soda, water is best for your body. So you've got to drink as much water as you can, every single day. And then we tie in all of that by high-fiving your neighbor. And it's called High Five. So by high-fiving them, you're locking in these promises that you're going to take care of your body and your health.
That's very cool. So, yeah, that's like really good, well, if any kids are watching, you better follow this. I know I'll try and improve more because, yeah. So can you give me or our viewers a piece of advice about anything, whatever you want?
Absolutely. If I could give you a piece of advice, it would be to always stay true to yourself. Don't change for anybody. And remember that your worth is not tied to the opinion of others. I would say, your voice is so powerful, even at a young age, and you really do have the ability to make a difference. I used to have the mindset that I'm only one person. What can I actually do to enact change? Well, I've learned that you truly can. With hard work and discipline and using your voice, you too can make a difference. But always stay true to yourself. And even if you don't find yourself wearing a crown one day, your heart and your voice matter. And I would also say, never let anyone tell you you can't accomplish anything because of who you are or where you come from. Chase your dreams, no matter how big or how small they may be, and always be unapologetically yourself, because to me, that's one of the things that matters the most.
Thank you so, so much for talking to me. It's an honor to be talking with you.
Well, it was so nice to meet you.
Hopefully one day I can meet you in person.
Yeah, hey, you could become Miss America one day. Already doing all these interviews at such a young age. Girl, you're already ahead of the game.
If you ever come to Idaho, let us know. So hopefully, I don't know, I can meet you.
Will do, absolutely.
Thanks so much for watching. Remember, new 7 questions interviews are posted every Thursday. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Love you guys. Bye.